The Yankees' five-game winning streak was halted on Friday night as the team fell to the Blue Jays 8-5 at the stadium. So let's break down some Yankees baseball. We'll do it with the contributor to Latino Sports, the one and only Hector Beauchamp, joins me now. Hector, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Dex. Yankees have been playing a good stretch of baseball over the last few games. I know we lost, but it's still some real good momentum coming into this homestand.
Yeah, definitely still some good momentum. The Yankees won 5 out of their last 6 games. Can't win them all. I know this, Hector. It's one game on Friday night, but in that game, there were some things to be concerned about if you are a
Yes.
Yankee fan. Let's start with the starting pitching. Marcus Stroman, he only recorded 8 outs on Friday. Throughout his first season in pinstripes, it started well. He was pretty good early on, but lately he struggled. What's going on with Stroman, and what's your level of concern with his performance lately?
When you look at Marcus Stroman, and if you watch him over his career, around this time of the season is when he starts to catch some fatigue and start to break down. Marcus Stroman to start the year as a Yankee, like you said, was phenomenal. Is everything that us Yankee fans could have wanted, if not more. He was looking like his form last year when he was competing for that Cy Young before he got injured at the All-Star break. So for me, in last night's game with Marcus Stroman, control issue. He wasn't walking many batters. He only walked one batter, but he was leaving pitches in the middle of the strike zone. And I don't care what team is up there. You could be the Oakland Athletics or the Chicago White Sox. If you leave pitches in the middle of the strike zone, your opponent will damage you. And that's what the Toronto Blue Jays did yesterday against Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, they took advantage of those pitches, as you said, in the middle of the strike zone. Stroman's got to be better at that, but you're not too concerned about what you're seeing from him. We'll see if he can right the ship going forward. Now, another player to be somewhat concerned about maybe is Gleyber Torres, because in the second inning of Friday night's game, Gleyber Torres only got a single after he admittedly didn't run hard out of the batter's box. Now, Torres was later benched by manager Aaron Boone for most of the game. And Hector, we've seen this before with Torres, so I have to ask you, is he starting to become known as a player that doesn't hustle?
As a Yankee fan, and I know most Yankee fans may share how I feel, I have a lot of critiques and a love-hate relationship with what I've seen out of Gleyber Torres over the past few seasons. When it comes to Gleyber, we saw him in 2018 as a rookie, look like one of the next faces of baseball. In 2019, he hit about 30-plus home runs, and Yankee fans thought that we found our next corner piece next to Aaron Judge. But ever since then, it's been a downhill fall for Gleyber Torres, and specifically this season, fans have been frustrated with his play in the field, with the performance and at the plate. And with Aaron Boone finally benching Gleyber Torres, some Yankee fans took a collective sigh of relief and said, finally, Boone did something that us Yankee fans have been calling for. Accountability is key. That's something George Steinbrenner used to preach. And us Yankee fans who are my age, we grew up listening to George Steinbrenner preach about accountability. And it is good that the Yankees are finally holding players accountable again.
It is good to see that that's finally happening. I think the next question is, will Torres learn from this? Will he, after being held accountable, will the behavior change? Will he start to hustle more? It'll be interesting to see. Now, Hector, you know this.
The one thing I want to say
go ahead.
about Gleyber Torres has all the talent in the world. Right. I always said if you took IKF's hustle and his mentality and put it into Gleyber Torres, you have yourself a Hall of Fame player. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm speaking down on Gleyber and his talent as a baseball player. I'm just speaking as a fan, and I'm speaking as somebody who likes to be critical and call it down the middle. So with Gleyber Torres, yes, I think he's a phenomenal and talented baseball player. I just think he has to be able to pull it all together on the field.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay to have the criticism and say you can do better. I'm sure that's what Aaron Judge has said to him. I'm sure that's also what manager Aaron Boone has said to him as well, is that you can do better, and they'd like to see him play better in terms of hustling down the line. Now, Hector, you know this. You said the Yankees, they have been playing good baseball lately, though they lost on Friday night. But the beauty of baseball is that you get right back at it. 2 more games with Toronto this weekend for the Bronx Bombers. What will you be watching closely with the Yanks for the rest of this series?
A Jazz Chisholm home run. I want to see Jazz Chisholm hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. He was there for the roll call yesterday. Bleacher Creatures, they showed him love, and he showed the love right back. So I think Yankee fans are waiting for that first home run for Jazz Chisholm to have that collective explosion in the stadium. I know there's a lot of Yankee fans that weren't excited about the Jazz Chisholm trade. I know we spoke earlier about who I think the Yankees should go to. He was the top player on my list. I like his energy, what he brings not only to the clubhouse but to the lineup as well. I think Jazz Chisholm is a special player, and if he's surrounded around the right leadership when it comes to players, when it comes to coaching staff, I think you can get the best version of him. During the season, Jazz Chisholm, with runners in scoring position, was hitting .330. That's 80 points higher than his actual batting average. To me, that shows me that when there's runners in scoring position, when the pressure's there, he locks in and he comes through in big spots.
Yeah, and he's been coming through. The energy has been fun. It's been fun to watch what he's been doing with the Yankees. So I'm glad you're excited about it. Hopefully it turns into more wins for the Bronx Bombers. That is Hector Beauchamp. Check him out with Latino Sports, doing a great job there, covering all sports,
Yes,
including the Yankees. We'll see if the Yankees can get the final 2 games of the series against the Blue Jays and get that series win. Hector, always a pleasure talking some Yankees baseball with you. We'll do it again soon, my man.
Definitely, Dexter. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you.
Anytime. Thank you.